Camshafts have been removed. Jace did this yesterday. These are the VVTi filters. You can see how fine it is, and that's why that piece of silicone upset it. I have to see what. Anyway, what are we doing? We've got the cam out of that side. So now we've got to try and adapt unmatched pieces onto the front and cross our fingers that it works. Great plan, eh?
Okay.
Good plan. And if that doesn't work, we'll buy new actuators. Well, let's have a play. Yeah, it's that's the feed rod here.
Yeah.
So there's our gallery drilled there. It goes down the side of the cylinder head. So it feeds up to there. That supplies the exhaust cam. And there's the inlet cam is through there.
Yeah. And then your oil feeds through here.
Yeah, for the VVTi. How does the exhaust cam is fed all of them through the camshaft?
Yeah. The VVTi must feed through the VVTi through there.
That's where the filter sits?
That's where the filter sits in there. You've got solenoid in there. So it must jam those two holes on and off.
Well, it's... we got extra holes to leave here as well.
That's your bypass.
That's where your bypass is out. So where it dumps oil. So it dumps oil back into here, doesn't it? Back into that part. It's actually going that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the oil's coming up.
Yeah, it dumps it onto the top of the scissor gear.
Yeah, so there's not through the bottom of the head, it's through the top cam cap.
To feed the camshaft, but it comes through the head over here.
Yeah, so we've got that's where the second oil feed is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Which is that drilling there, up into that spot there.
Yeah, and it releases.
And if I turn that over, is anything going to fall out?
Bolts.
Oh, well, I won't do it, eh?
Bolts out, you can turn it over.
Okay, so it feeds up to that point. Oh, yeah. And it's feeding around there. So is it feeding the back cam cap? For the VVTi? I'll put this over on the bench, eh? So that one, 1, 2, 3, 4, that's the oil feed. It's where the line is. That's fed by the back ones. So it's only this section here.
Yeah.
And it has to feed that journal there as well. So they are being fed by these. And then
there's oil in the centre.
I can turn these over now. VVTi feed. I would have expected an
This it gets
controlled oil somewhere. It's not there. That's just a bolt hole.
There's oil there.
Yeah, so it's feeding oil to there. So it's feeding those two. So they are likely to be unrestricted oil flow, unrestricted oil feeds. And then the one up to the VVTi is the one that's restricted.
I don't want to move it, so I don't damage the spring.
I'm thinking it's feeding the oil either through here and then controlling how it leaves.
Well, it's got to come.
It's got to come and go.
It's got to come in there.
Yes.
Into this chamber, and it must bypass through. It's got to be all controlled by this.
Well, yeah, but how? Not
Through
that it is.
Spring of a jigger, through the galleries.
Sugar. I think this controls innie and outie.
Yeah, because
It's any LTA.
when we deleted the VVTi out of my 3S motor,
Yes.
Jerry machined up a plug with two things in it, so the oil could flow through and then into the can.
To support the can.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as it comes in through either there or there. That allows it to flow through the centre or through the outside and then return through the other one, and then the VVTi solenoid controls how much of that actually happens.
Or unless it returns through the centre.
Because it doesn't, it's a closed circuit at this point. There's nowhere for it to leak out.
I don't know if these holes at the back here.
To leak out of those back holes, it has to go through the solenoid. I've got it right in my head.
As long as it's in your head.
Yep, that's good. And now we've got to work out when we put the new one on. So this one is a yellowy green colour.
Mm-hmm.
So if you get the yellowy green one, so while we looked here, guys, there's a dowel here, right there. That's for the gear. We come through, there's a pin there, and there's a dowel in there, and you see they're all in line, and that's how we're going to line up the new replacement unit, new second-hand replacement unit. I'm not sure about the slotted holes in the front. Those ones we're just going to guess, educated guess on them. I'm going to change the seal. This seal's hard as rocks, eh? It's unpleasant.
So it's this one.
Oh yeah, so we can use the replacement. We'll get another one. I'll go get the Allen key and we'll do that. Oh, that's actually, it didn't crack.
It's just kind of still pliable.
Yeah, good.
Switch hole.
Set the O-ring in nicely. Yeah.
Oh.
That O-ring set back. Set the O-ring. Key. Come on, set the O-ring. Key, and you're going to bring me the key. Key, and you've got the key.
Key?
Yep, key.
Fucking brake fluid doesn't know it's not. Key.
You've got the key.
Where's the key?
Yep. It lines up with that. Oh, okay, so it's got to sit onto that nicely, so we've got to... Got a little bit of lube.
There's no lube in there before.
Oh, we're putting some more lube in it. Key, yep.
So what was that one?
No, it should be on the middle one, because we've got to put it through the holes, otherwise you've hit in the bolt holes.
Oh.
Oh.
There's a line here before.
So yeah, we've got to check those. Can you see that line in here? While we're lining it up? Isn't it up there like that?
Yeah, so, yeah, it looks good.
Which ones have the bolts in them?
Hang on, look at this one. So it's...
This one?
This is the one for that.
Yeah.
Can you pull that one apart?
That one?
That one. Ones with the little round holes on that one.
Not that one doesn't have a bolt hole. And this one. Well, I probably should put a little bit of Loctite on
Oh, I
there.
had it in my hand. That's what I was doing.
Yeah, good. We got carried away.
Right, yeah, it comes out right on.
How much Loctite are you putting on there?
I don't touch the thing.
Should I just spread it off there? I can probably read it off the next one.
Okay.
Yeah. T27. Yeah, and that's it. We've got bolts here to line up as well, so we can double up with the bolts. Oh, just go around. Just gently. Doesn't feel like squishing the O-ring at all? No, it's doing it nice. Click. You want clicking?
I'm not at that stage yet.
Oh, you're not at clicking? You're just seating?
I'm just seating.
And this has got the washer on the front too, so just remember that. I've ordered new ones.
Did you hear my knuckle?
Oh yeah, it did.
Knuckle calibration.
So, key. And then we'll set it on the cam and see if we can make it move. Should we get the big poly grips just on the front and turn it? I'll put this one away. Just double check all those lines for us. Key. Key's off to the side a little bit. It should turn once we put it on a cam though. Let's give that front of that cam a bit of a wipe, eh? You've lubed it. Okay, now you should be able to turn it.
Oh. Yep.
So you've actually got some movement now.
It's all the way that way. It moves a little bit, but there we go. Well, it's always in line now.
We should see how much movement we've actually. Just hold that. Let me see if I can get a feel for it. Oh, I can't even move it, Jace. Oh no, that feels about right. Oh, that's getting better. Yeah, no, that's good. I think that's good.
Is it going to get your head over here?
Right, that's good. Okay. Should we put the nut on the front then? While we're here?
Sure.
You got a torque setting on that nut? Did you bring the correct tools?
I've got it over here somewhere. Had the Tim. Yeah, there, look.
You're not using a rattle gun!
Well, how's it going to undo it while it's not attached to the car?
Not using the rattle gun.
I was only using it to undo it. Apparently it was already undone. Should we put some oil in it? Should we get the oiling can?
I think we just crank up oil pressure before we put it all together. Before we fire it up, we'll crank up oil pressure. What's our torque setting here?
Some.
About...
That much. Yeah, about there.
That much. That much? Okay, so that one's ready to go back in. When you're doing it, guys, don't forget this thing. This is important as well, okay? That's... Yeah, the spring. Do you want to move it? Do you want a rag? Goes the other way. It looks like it moves to me. Well done. Alright, on to the next one. Lower?
Put the...
I'm not sure I like doing this job.
I'm not sure I like this job either.
He's hoping it works.
Same.
But Alice, hopefully Alice is all good. It all worked for her and it's all happy. I'm not sure if we should... Oh yeah, it's on the stopper, so it shouldn't. Yep. Do you want to again check it moves?
Yep. Beautiful.
Lovely, man. Well done. You right doing the other one, or do you want me to help give you a hand?
No, that's supposed to do that. Wait.
Well, that's right. Okay, let's.
We've got 2 sets of wires on it instead of.
Good idea. Okay then.
I'm going to put this on the bench. So
Yeah, and take any of the other stuff related to this side.
Oh, wow.
Here, take this too. Take these. These all.
So that was. Which one was this?
It's the left-hand side. We'll take that away. And is that the VVTi still on for that left hand? Yep. And we'll start stripping this one. Right, guys, we've done the one side. We're going to do the same thing to this other side. And then Jason's going to pull it all back together. He's going to make it run. We're going to cross our fingers a little bit that this actually works. Look at here. There's a line under there that's different. And there's a line on that one that's different. It's in a different place. Yeah. Here's our key here. Here's our key. So that goes to there. But this is physically in a different...
He's moved it like 10 mil.
10 mil?
5 mil. 3 mil. Some mil. A fraction of...
Just moved it a little bit. No, you won't move it because remember it's silicone. I think even when you take the bolts out. Oh, is it going to let go? Oh no, the spring's going to push it apart.
So there's a spring in there, eh?
Yeah, there's a spring in it.
Put a hand on it then.
We could put long bolts in it, long 6 mils.
I'm going to do that one and I'll hold it together.
You want to hold it? I'll undo it? Yep. How about I undo it while you hold it?
Yep.
Yep.
I feel like I'm more of a gorilla than you.
Yeah, I think so.
Ugh. Oh my lord. Oh. Right, okay. Was it? Oh.
So again, have we got there's silicone in there? There's silicone, look.
Yeah.
In here? Silicone in there? That's lock solid, eh?
Yeah.
You're not going to pull it apart, eh?
I'm not going to pull it apart.
I'm going to pull it apart. I can't break it. Yeah. I'm going to get the hammer.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to get a punch. Okay, so what I'm going to do, so we've got a key here. So this is basically all the way down. So we've got this here, lines up with here, and then this piece lines up with here. Scratch the O-ring surface, that's real clever of me. And then if I flip it, that is all the way down and it lines up here. And if I beat it, it moves. So this one I've actually managed to free up whatever crap is in it. Right, here goes. It's a one-way trip at this point. This is the one we took off, not the replacement. Yes. There it is. Here's some silicone. There's some more silicone. There it is. That's not meant to be in here. Oh, what's that? Hey, there's something else on this one. Answers my questions. You know, when I took this apart, I actually marked the cam belt so we could put it back on without peeling all of it to pieces.
Yeah, I saw your marks. Your marks were invalid.
Yeah, well, it's because you put it all off. We removed it all. Where are we at the bottom? Now, this is the one that everyone has trouble with, don't they? So you're actually on...
I just moved it back to the TDC mark.
You're on the TDC mark. You're on that one, so you're actually on the lines. We're lining it up on the line, not the T's. T's. That's good, that's good, that's good. And
It's probably a little bit around, but...
I can't actually see the mark on the bottom.
It's on the bottom.
Yeah, I can't see it, but the mark on the top's correct.
Oh, you don't see the bottom mark. There's a mirror there somewhere. There's a mirror there. Look, see, look.
Yeah, that looks like each side of it. Oh, you got a mirror. Thank you, sir. I can't see anything down here at the moment. I'm really struggling. There it is. Yeah, that's in the right place. It's on the dot. So the line's on the dot, and the top ones are in the right place. And the tension is in. And it's got some tension about right. And before you do that, I actually want to do the wiggly thing on the...
It moves. I've moved one.
Did you both of them? Oh. Yeah, I think I should... You got
a spinner.
I actually had a... What size is it?
I don't know.
24. It's a 24. Good so far. 50%'s a pass.
Yeah, it was. Just trying to move the cam belt.
That feels like it passes to me. Well, now you're going to do your 2 revolutions and we'll recheck it. And we're not going to freak out the fact that the lines will never line up.
I've turned over like 50 times and it won't.
No, it's more than 50. So it's 211 teeth on the belt. And it's, I think it's 48 on the bottom. Oh, I did actually do the maths one time. No, that doesn't sound right. 24 and 48. We'll try not to. Still need to get some plugs for a couple of these.
Oh, there's some injector box over there. Oh no, we need injector box.
Yeah.
We need injector box.
Yeah, I need some injector plugs. I've given you injector plugs. Are you good again?
Torch might help with the focus situation.
You actually looks like you've gone past.
That's what I mean, that's what I mean with the torch.
I had the torch. What did I do with it? No, you had the torch.
Should we look back?
This one? Then we'll use this one until we find the other one. Now it's covered in tools.
Oh, thanks.
gone past.
You know about Willis. Mark's fucking there.
Oh, okay. Don't trust me. We're looking good about there. Perfect.
Probably coming out of the spidgy ball. About there.
Yep.
Looks close enough to me.
Looks good to me. Camshaft's back in. Everything's talked to spec. Front pulleys, you took the dirt out from the inside of the front pulleys. Awesome, mate. Awesome.
Torque to spec, yes, yes. I definitely use torque reaches.
We are crossing our fingers on this a little bit. Oh. Spark plug seals on backwards don't work very well. Oh. Yeah, do that. That's better. How many agar daggers of torque does a tape manifold need? You removed the lumpy camshafts. Or maybe not. Just let it get some oil pressure properly. When was the oil last changed? No sticker?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Well, shut it down, at least it's running. Let's settle. Start it. Shut it down. Rattle's gone.
The rattle actually sounded like it came back from over here, but
It was all over the place. I thought it was here. But, well, you got some power steer to put in it as well. Power steer lines to sort. You can sort those sort of things, and then I'll start it tomorrow and see what it sounds like. Check that it's
we
actually.
want to put that back on. We'll put it above you.
That's power steer. Okay, it's going to be good. That's going to be good. All right, put some bolts in here. Put the extra bolts in there so we don't forget for next week. We'll have a tidy up. And we'll cross our fingers a little bit. Don't like that. Don't like when it starts with that, but it seems to be okay and it wasn't lumpy in it.
Yeah, maybe it's just.
It had been sitting for, well, it's been 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And it is a little bit yucky inside.
Yeah.
Okay.
And camshafts aren't quite sure where they were meant to be.
No, that could have been it too actually, because those actuators wouldn't have had oil in them fully. There's quite a bit of oil that needs to go up in there. Oh. So far so good though. We are still crossing our fingers, guys. Hopefully it's Going to do what it wants to do, and it's going to work. Right guys, so you heard us start it yesterday. Jason's gone in and look, what he did it here. So we drilled it out, we put a plastic fitting in there, so that's not a leak anymore. We've actually put some new power steer lines, idle up lines on it as well, but we've got them off at the moment because we've had this on and off. I'll show you what it sounds like when we start it from dead cold this morning. Much better. Much better. So I'm going on its first test drive. Power steer now works. Oh, lovely. Jace did an oil change and he spent a whole lot more time just going over everything. Power steer lines, they fought us a little bit. We get aftermarket, which is some universal type hose. It just didn't want to seal up nicely, so I crank up some hose clamps that sorted that. Airflow meter plug done. Still a couple of broken bolts under the bonnet. We do have to draw that line somewhere. Got some new oil, and then when we fired it up, it had the check VSV on it. The VSC, vehicle stability control. It had the check vehicle stability control light, and that's because we had it in neutral with the battery disconnected, and then that clears the yaw control zero calibration. Really simple to calibrate. Put it in park, turn the key on, wait 15 seconds. And it is that easy. I did check the code first of what it was for, then when I realised what it was, brain dead moment, just flicked it into park, turn the key on. Right, let's get it out on the highway and see what it goes like. I've made it all the way up onto the tar seal, and something different to when I drove it last time is now the traction control works. It's not turned off. And even just driving gently up the gravel, it would try and flash the traction control light. Like them. Back to being a car, back to driving nice. It's actually a bit of a sweetheart now, which I'd expect after the amount of work that we've done to it. There is still the oxygen sensor code that I haven't addressed. Again, I had to sort of call the limit somewhere. I'll talk to Alice about that. But it is a honey again. It's a nice car. It actually drives beautifully, which kind of how they should be, because these were a very expensive car when they were new. There's no check lights, the vehicle stability is working, the power steer is working. So I've got to say that's a very pleasing result, because it wasn't the ideal repair. There might be some guys saying that the colours of the actuators on the front don't matter, and they are correct. The colours on the front relate to the whole unit and the thrust surface within the cylinder head. But if in the future someone replaces the actuators and they go by the colours and we've put the incorrect colours on, that could cause issues, and that's why I did match up those colours. Though plan B was not to match up the colours, and I was going to get my paint pen out and colour them myself. Test drive's been successful. Traction control works, which it didn't work before because it would bake up the tyres coming up the gravel. Now it just hits traction control. No check lights. Does have the code in there, of course, for the oxygen sensor, but that doesn't bring up a check light. That's for the oxygen sensor heater. Now, just a note, guys, if you've got this far, hey, thanks for watching. And I'm going to say a big thanks to Jason, who just persevered and ticked along on this. We weren't setting records, but we were being extremely careful. So when we got to this point, the chances of us having to redo anything were very minimal. Okay, not an ideal repair. Gone over that, and we were repairing something because the last guy did something he shouldn't have done, and that really is a pain. It's poor workmanship to put silicone where silicone shouldn't go. However, what we've done has, at this point, looked successful. We would have much rather been doing wiring connectors and fixing the ACIS and a power steer pump than pretty much redoing the whole of the last guy's job plus some, and repairs, because he damaged this customer's engine. It would nearly have been more cost effective to simply put another engine in it, and that's the reality of this. But this is better than a second-hand engine. Now, of course, it's got new connectors, the ACIS, power steer pump's redone, cam belt water pump tensioners are done. So that stuff is actually, we've redone a second-hand engine that was already in the car, but had to do some repairs to get it there. But it's good again. I'm happy. It's actually a really lovely car. It drives really nice. It handles nice. It does everything like it should. So kind of a big relief, and I'm super proud of Jason for persevering. He did throw his lollies a few times. We don't show that, but he actually really dug in deep and hammered out. So thanks for everyone for watching. Hope that's been helpful, and we'll talk to you again soon. We'll catch you later.